हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू द करिकुलम एकेडमी। जैसे कि हम शेक्सपियर की सीरीज कर रहे हैं, उसमें आपका नेक्स्ट प्ले है हैमलेट। राइट, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट प्ले एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट ट्रेजेडी व्हिच वी यूज्ड टू डू। एंड सभी जब हम क्रिटिसिज्म करते हैं, जब हम चाहे हम कोई भी क्रिटिक को पढ़ रहे हैं, हम शेक्सपियर के हैमलेट के एग्जाम्पल जरूर लेते हैं, बिकॉज समवेयर एंड समहाउ इट फिट्स इन एवरीथिंग। ये हर एग्जाम्पल में इसके जो कैरेक्टर्स हैं वो कहीं ना कहीं फिट होते हैं। जब भी किसी चीज का आप एग्जाम्पल लोगे, हैमलेट इज द बेस्ट थिंग टू यूज, इज द बेस्ट ड्रामा टू यूज। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। Introduction to Hamlet. William Shakespeare's Hamlet, written around 1600, is widely regarded as one of the greatest tragedies in English literature. Right? It is profound exploration of human emotion, morality, and complexities of life and death. The play tells the story of Prince Hamlet of Denmark. This is very much important because आपके match the following के अंदर ये questions आते हैं, चारों tragedy और उनके जो places हैं वो दिए जाते हैं. You have to match the following. Who seeks to avenge his father's murder but is consumed by doubts, hesitation, and philosophical reflection. Through its intricate plot, memorable character, and timeless theme, Hamlet captures the struggle between action and contemplation, justice and revenge, appearance and reality. Basically, if we read Hamlet, what it is exactly about? Revenge tragedy. Revenge is इसके father की death का emotional drama where he wants to find out the truth. तो this is about morality and immorality. Timelessness theme है यहाँ पे कौन सी है? आपके actions between the contemplation, जो भी चीजें जा रही है उसके अंदर आपको सर्च करना है. Justice and appearance and reality, क्या दिख रहा है, क्या है सच. It has remained relevant for over 4 centuries. ये लगभग जब तक किंगशिप्स रही है, 16th century का ड्रामा है, until 20th century it was very much relevant, inspiring countless interpretation, adaptation and critical analysis. Historical background and context. Hamlet was composed during the Elizabethan era, a period of political uncertainty because a female was on the throne and she was also considered as not well. Religious transition and intellectual transformation in England. People were going abroad for higher studies, and religious transmission is like people were converting into Protestants and Puritans, and they were not restricted to the Catholicism. There were different branches of Christianity was coming up, and the fight for their acceptance or accepting their beliefs in the society was the biggest thing, because politically they were not giving them the recognition. वो नहीं accept कर रहे थे. The father of Queen Elizabeth, that is Henry VIII, also did mass unacceptance for Protestants and had a word for suppressing the riots by even murdering them. So there were many political crimes are also being done on the name of religion. काफी कुछ हुआ, उनको हेड ऑफ करने का दे दिया था कि इनको सर काट दो, मार दो, इनको निकाल दो कंट्री से. So many things has happened. That is why it was of the age of transformation. The Renaissance spirit of questioning human existence, fate, and morality deeply influenced Shakespeare's writing, because he believed in all these things. He believed in integrity, he believed in morality, he believed in the social things and romance and humanity, love, kindness, and all. He has created such kind of drama which was socially and publicly accepted. He was universally accepted because he talked about the ground reality of that time, and that in a universal way कि वो 400 साल बाद, 500 साल बाद भी वो वैसी की वैसी लग रही है. At the same time, the play reflects element of medieval revenge tragedy, blending supernatural element, moral dilemmas, and bloody gore. Climax. you are searching for something, वो आपके सामने ही है, नहीं मिल रहा है, when you got it, it was the climax and ultimately the dooms thing. ठीक है, तो इन्होंने बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुली हर चीज को प्रेजेंट किया है, लाइन के साथ प्रेजेंट किया है, और हमारी सारी हॉलीवुड, बॉलीवुड मूवीज, सीरियल्स, वेब सीरीज सब इन्हीं चीजों पे, इसी क्राइटेरिया पे चल रहे हैं. The ghost of King Hamlet echoes the belief of purgatory and unsettled spirit, while Hamlet's philosophical soliloquies reflect Renaissance humanism. जो किंग हैमलेट का गोस्ट आता है, दैट इज शोइंग द सुपरनैचुरलिज्म, द स्पिरिट ऑफ रिवेंज एंड द गोस्ट एंड द अनसेटल्ड स्पिरिट्स को. लेकिन हैमलेट का डिसबिलीफ अपने ही फादर की गोस्ट पे, उनका फिलोसॉफिकल एंड इंटेलेक्चुअल माइंड को दिखाता है, साइंटिफिक अप्रोचेस को दिखाता है, व्हिच एम्फसाइजेस रीजन, सेल्फ अवेयरनेस एंड इंडिविजुअल एक्सपीरियंसेस. प्लॉट ओवरव्यू एक्ट 1 के अंदर देखते हैं क्या है. द प्ले ओपन्स ऑन अ कोल्ड नाइट ऑफ Elsinore Castle, where guards and Hamlet's friend Horatio witness the ghost of late King Hamlet. The ghost soon revealed to Prince Hamlet that he was murdered by his own brother Claudius, who has now seized the throne and married Queen Gertrude, Hamlet's mother. Shocked and enraged, Hamlet swears to avenge his father's death, but immediately finds himself torn between action and uncertainty. यहाँ पे क्या है कि he was studying in England and got the news that his father has died. He has to go there for the rituals and to pacify his mother, but when he reached here, he finds that his father's ghost is there. He got to know his mother is married to the uncle Claudius, and he became the king now. And he was very confused that my mother used to love my father a lot, and how all these things has happened, and like immediately and this. So he was very confused, and then his father's ghost appeared and he told that he was murdered by Claudius in such way, and this is the planet. He is not a good man, and he wanted to take revenge immediately, but he immediately got confused between the science and philosophy, and he said ki whether the ghost is actually exist or it is just my imagination. He asked his friend whether you are also able to see, is it a myth, is it reality, what it can be, and how should I believe that all these things exist in the world. If they exist, it should be visible to everyone. If they does not exist, then if I am seeing it because I am in love with my father a lot, मैं अपने फादर से बहुत ज़्यादा प्यार करता हूँ, तो ऑब्वियस सी बात है कि वो मुझे नजर आ रहे हैं, शायद मुझे ये सब सुनने का मन है, because I don't like my uncle. Maybe all these are my personal thing, that is why I am engaged in that. So I should take a breath and should search for it. मुझे थोड़ा रुकना चाहिए, पेशेंस रखना चाहिए और रियलिटी को सर्च करना चाहिए, besides taking some action. So Hamlet swears to avenge his father's death, but immediately finds himself torn between action and uncertainty. This opening act establishes the theme of betrayal, revenge, and haunting nature of guilt, setting the stage for the tragedy that follows. क्योंकि यहाँ पे अब वो सच ढूंढ रहा है, तो he does not believe on anything but his friends always. Plot overview Acts 2 and 3. So as play progresses, Hamlet struggles to confirm Claudius' guilt. He adopts an antic disposition, pretending to be mad, to mislead others and buy time for his investigation. And he started behaving like a madman so that everyone can get confused that because of his father's death, he is mad because he used to love his father a lot. And he will get some time to investigate. उसको reality पता करने के लिए time मिल जाएगा. No one will doubt him. He can go freely anywhere और सभी कहेंगे यार इसका दिमाग खराब है, यहाँ आ गया, यहाँ खड़ा था, इसने कुछ सुना है नहीं सुना है, and he can behave like anything because he is mad. तो उसने अपने आप को mad man की तरह present करना शुरू करा. And meanwhile Ophelia, manipulated by her father Polonius, observed Hamlet's erratic behavior and aware of his internal conflict. उसके जो गर्लफ्रेंड थी, उसकी जो beloved थी Ophelia, she wanted to support Hamlet for this, but उसके father Polonius, who was a spy of Claudius, he mislead Ophelia कि वो पागल हो चुका है, वो तुम्हें भूल चुका है, तुम्हें प्यार नहीं करता, यू हैव टू गेट मैरिड टू अ बॉय ऑफ माय चॉइस एंड शुड गेट अवे फ्रॉम हैमलेट, ही इज हार्मफुल नाउ। तो उसको भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा था ये सब क्या हो रहा है। हैमलेट ने बोल ही दिया था कि मुझसे दूर रहो, आई एम नॉट इन माय स्टेबल मेंटल कंडीशन। तो शी वाज एक्चुअली आल्सो गॉट कंफ्यूज्ड। In Act 3, Hamlet stages a play called The Mousetrap. This is very, very important. The actual name of this play is something different, that is the murder of Gonzalo, but he named it Mousetrap. Okay? Reenactment of his father's murder to provoke Claudius into revealing his guilt. राइट, दिस इज द मर्डर ऑफ गॉन्जलो इसने प्रेजेंट करा, क्योंकि वो भी सेम वे में है जैसे इसके फादर का मर्डर हुआ था, जिससे कि क्लॉडियस का एंगर या उसका कॉन्शियसनेस बाहर आए, वो अनसेटल्ड होगा, वो कंफर्टेबल होगा किसी ना किसी तरीके से, एंड such kind of situation can be caught by Hamlet and he will understand that he is guilty or not. तो वो उसे पता लगाने के लिए उसने यही किया, क्लॉडियस reacts with visible agitation, confirming Hamlet's suspicion, और वो सब देख के क्लॉडियस ऑब्वियसली ने उसने रिएक्ट करा कि ये सब क्या है, कैसे है। Hamlet captures that and he was confirmed that he is guilty. Yet despite having proof, Hamlet delays killing Claudius, famously reflecting on life and death in the soliloquy, to be or not to be, that is the question. This section of the play highlights Hamlet's psychological struggle and philosophy कल डेथ, कि उसको ये करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए, ये जो मेरे को पता लगा है या जो मैंने कॉन्शियस पकड़े हैं, चीज़ें करी है, वो सही है या नहीं है। This is the struggle of philosophical and the question of life and death he has taken. So after get the confirmation, he delayed his action, and that the reason is unknown. Now at 4 and 5, Claudius, fearful of Hamlet's growing threat, plots to have him killed by sending him to England. इंग्लैंड में उसने मर्डरर्स हायर करे कि वहां पे भेज के इसको मरवा दिया जाएगा। Hamlet however escapes and returns to Denmark only to discover Ophelia's tragic death, likely caused by drowning, an event symbolizing innocence destroyed by corruption. इसमें ये दिखाते हैं कि ओफीलिया का जो ब्रदर है लेरियट्स, ही वेंट फॉर सम काइंड ऑफ ट्रेनिंग एंड पोलोनियस जो उसके फादर थे, ही वाज ऑब्वियसली किल्ड बाय Hamlet because he thought it is Claudius, but he killed Polonius. And when he discovers the truth of Claudius, Claudius tried to kill him by giving him poison, but Gertrude drank that knowingly to save her son. और उससे भी क्लॉडियस का गिल्ट साबित होता है, बट क्लॉडियस मैनिपुलेटेड हैमलेट इंस्टेंटली कि ये सब क्या हो रहा है, सब हमारी फैमिली को मारना चाहते हैं, यू शुड गो टू इंग्लैंड। और उसने उसके बेस्ट फ्रेंड रोसेनक्रेस्ट गिल्डेस्टर्न को भी उसके साथ भेजा, हु आर आल्सो हायर्ड बाय क्लॉडियस एज एन स्पाई एंड मर्डरर टू मर्डर हैमलेट, बट हैमलेट फाउंड द लैटर and he killed both of them and returned back to Denmark and discovers that Ophelia is dead, committing suicide or drowning into the nearby river. ठीक है, उसके फादर की डेथ हो गई थी और ओफेलिया की भी डेथ हो जाती है। Now this play concludes with a climatic duel between Hamlet and Lariat. Lariat is the brother of Ophelia, seeking for the revenge for his father Polonius and Ophelia's death. To Hamlet, he put Hamlet responsible for both of them's death. In the final tragic sequence, Gertrude accidentally drank poisoned wine intended for Hamlet. Lariat and Hamlet wound each other with a poisoned blade. ये थोड़ा सा मिक्स्ड है क्योंकि एक्ट 4 के अंदर गर्ट्रूड की डेथ हो चुकी होती है, उसके बाद ये जाता है, देन ही रिटर्न बैक, एंड जो लेरियट की sword है that was poisoned by Claudius कि तुम्हें उसे मारना है, you have to take revenge so that he can be saved. Lariat is a very good warrior, और ये दोनों जब लड़ते हैं तो हैमलेट को भी wound लग जाता है, Lariat is also dead. So Hamlet finally kills Claudius before succumbing to his own fatal injury. Almost all major characters die, leaving Horatio to tell the story, a reflection on the other destruction consequences of revenge and mortal decay. क्योंकि last words जो उसके हैं वो यही है, Horatio I'm dead, because he wanted to call the doctor to save him. He said no, I'm dead. I cannot be saved. So, character study of Hamlet. Prince Hamlet is one of the most complex characters in English literature. He is deeply introspective, philosophical figure who struggles with the burden of avenging his father's murder while questioning the morality of his actions. Unlike traditional revenge heroes, Hamlet hesitates, contemplates life and death, and weighs the consequences of sin and justice. He is basically not like every character or other tragedy of Shakespeare. It is very wisely written. But the main thing why it is being called as an artistic failure by T.S. Eliot, because there are no reason of the delaying of action is being portrayed. कि वो क्यों delay करता है अपने actions को, क्यों revenge नहीं ले रहा है, उसके reasons यहाँ properly नहीं दिखाए गए हैं. In that way, Hamlet is a failure character. But अगर और तरीके से देखा जाए तो Hamlet is very thoughtful. He knows what is right and wrong. He wanted to take justice. He don't wanted to go for injustice in the sake of taking revenge. वो कुछ गलत नहीं करना चाहता. वो moral है. वैल्यू समझता है, sin समझता है. He don't wanted to commit any sin and he's very noble person. तो बहुत आइडियल कैरेक्टर उन्होंने पोर्ट्रे करा है कि he is taking every step very consciously. That is also a fatal thing for Hamlet's one. So his soliloquy, particularly to be and not to be, reveals a man torn between existential despair and a desire for righteous action. वो हर चीज सही करना चाहता है, वो गलत करना नहीं चाहता. This inner conflict made him a tragic hero whose downfall arises not only from external focus but also from his own indecisive and moral questioning. बार बार उसके मोरालिटी की वजह से वो जो डिसीजन नहीं ले पा रहा, उस वजह से भी ही बिकम अ ट्रैजिक हीरो. वो डिले करने की वजह से और अदर नेगेटिव कैरेक्टर्स आर टेकिंग एक्शन एंड ही आल्सो फेसेस फेटल डेथ. Other major character, Claudius, is the observant king and the play's antagonist, a man of ambition and cunning who murders his own brother to seize the throne. Though ruthless, he is also portrayed as deeply guilty, especially in his soliloquy when he attempts to pray for forgiveness. जब वो God से pray कर रहा है forgiveness की, तब भी वो दिखा रहा है कि मैंने ये गलतियां करी. तो there are a lot many. He is actually guilty and he killed his brother. He is an antagonist. Gertrude, Hamlet's mother, is a complex character caught between loyalty to her son and her marriage to Claudius. Her moral weakness contrasts with her moment of genuine concern for Hamlet's well-being. No one knows whether she was in love with Claudius, why she supported him for the murder of her husband, or she was unaware of that, but someone has to be on the throne and she supported Claudius because one can go on throne only by marrying the queen. So obviously Hamlet cannot marry and Claudius can, and Hamlet was in a tender age. He was taking his education, he was not fit for taking the throne, so obviously she must have taken the decision. So that is a complex character, but she was portrayed as a woman with lust. Ophelia represents innocence and obedience but become a tragic figure, driven to madness by her father's manipulation and Hamlet's erratic behavior. Her death symbolizes the destructive consequences of political intrigue and patriarchal control. उसके जो father हैं, he wanted her to do everything on his order. सब कुछ यहाँ पेट्रियार्कल से दिखाया गया है. वो हैमलेट से बहुत ज़्यादा प्यार करती है. यहाँ जैसे हैमलेट ने कहा वैसे चलना चाहती है, जैसे उसके फादर ने कहा अब तक वैसे चल रही थी. तो एक पेट्रियार्कल कंट्रोल इसमें दिखाया गया है. बट शी इज वेरी इनोसेंट कैरेक्टर हु इज इन लव विद हैमलेट. थीम: रिवेंज एंड जस्टिस. Revenge is the central theme of Hamlet, but Shakespeare does not present it as a straightforward pursuit. उन्होंने वहाँ morality को भी काफी importance दी है. Instead, the play questions whether revenge can ever truly deliver justice or whether it only leads to further tragedy. क्या वो रिवेंज जो है जस्टिस को लेके जाता है या दूसरी ट्रेजेडीज को कॉल करता है? यहाँ पे ये भी एक क्वेश्चन इन्होंने रेज करा है, क्योंकि he wanted to punish only to the culprit and no one else. Hamlet's hesitation to kill Claudius reflects the moral uncertainty should be an act impulsively or wait for divine justice. उसने कहा कि क्या मैं ये कर रहा हूँ that is actually divine justice, क्या वो actually सही है या नहीं है, मैं कुछ गलत ना कर दूँ, किसी को चोट ना पहुंचा दूँ, कुछ गलत sin ना हो जाए मुझसे. तो he is very conscious about morality. Over consciousness, over thoughtfulness is there, that is leading to the delaying of action. तो यहाँ पे मेन चीज क्या है, जो एक कैरेक्टर फ्लॉ है, एक कैरेक्टर जिसकी वजह से उसका ट्रेजिक एंड हो रहा है, वो यहाँ पे क्या है? ओवर थॉटफुलनेस. ही इज अ मैन ऑफ वैल्यूज, तो वो कुछ गलत ही नहीं करना चाहता, इसलिए वो डिले करता जा रहा है कि कुछ अपने आप एक डिवाइन जस्टिस हो जाए. The bloody ending suggests the revenge brings destruction not only to the guilty but also to the innocent. यहाँ पे क्या दिखाया है कि जो ट्रेजेडी दिखाई है, लेलियट्स की भी डेथ हो गई, रोजेनक्रास्ट एंड गिल्डस्टन की डेथ हो गई, ओफेलिया की डेथ हो गई, पोलोनियस की डेथ हो गई, गर्ट्रूड की डेथ हो गई. Why all these characters died along? कोई जरूरत नहीं थी. Hamlet is the innocent one. क्यों उसकी डेथ हुई? Why not only Claudius? Because revenge takes everything. Revenge is a very destructive idea. Right? Emphasizing the futility of vengeance as a mean of restoring order. कि किसी चीज को वापस ऑर्डर में, डिसिप्लिन में लाने के लिए रिवेंज इज नॉट द राइट मीडियम. मैडनेस एंड रियलिटी. मैडनेस, रियल और फेज्ड, रन थ्रूआउट द प्ले, ब्लरिंग द लाइन बिटवीन सैनिटी एंड इनसैनिटी. ठीक है, समझदारी और बेवकूफ़ी के बीच एक लाइन ड्रॉ करके इन्होंने बताया था कि किस तरीके से जब वो मैडनेस की हरकत करते हैं तो वो हर चीज़ सही और गलत को देख के कर रहा है एंड उसको इवैल्यूएट भी कर रहा है. Hamlet pretends to be mad as a part of plan, but his erratic behavior sometimes hence his genius emotional breakdown. उसके हर एक्शन के अंदर एक इमोशनल पार्ट है एंड इंटेलिजेंट इंडिविजुअल को रिफ्लेक्ट किया है. ओफेलिया's descent into actual madness, culminating her death, contrasts with Hamlet's calculated performance, raising questions about the human mind's frugality. Under grief and betrayal, उसके साथ धोखा हुआ, betray हुआ, उसकी मदर की डेथ हो गई, उसके फादर की डेथ हो गई, तब भी he is balancing between his emotions. He is making everything in a subtle way without breaking the morals, without compromising with the values. But Ophelia is also emotional being, but over emotional की वजह से she got disturbed and actually lead to the madness and pursues death. तो why? Because she was unable to handle herself. But ये madness की acting करते हुए भी everything was balanced. The theme also suggests that in a correct world, reason itself may seem like madness. बहुत ज़्यादा समझदारी भी पागलपन को ही रिफ्लेक्ट करती है. हम कहते हैं ना ये ज़्यादा समझदार नहीं है, बेसिकली बेवकूफ़ है. तो हमको जब कोई ज़्यादा समझदार नजर आता है या हर चीज़ परफेक्टली करना चाहता है तो हम उसे बेवकूफ़ी कह देते हैं. दैट इज व्हाट इट इज कमेंट अपॉन, इट इज एन आयरनी. Death and the meaning of life. Hamlet is a profound meditation on morality and the nature of existence. Hamlet's ये तो मैं बता ही चुकी हूँ. नेक्स्ट, Hamlet's reflection in the graveyard scene. Right? जब वो जो graveyard people है, they are singing a song and removing the skulls from the graveyard. कि many mode has to become just clean it fast. तो वो जो song है उस टाइम पे जब he was watching all this, where he contemplates Yorick's skull, underscores the inevitability of the death and the futility of the world's ambition. उसको जब वो स्कल्स दिखते हैं जो वो क्लीन कर करके ग्रेव्स को क्लीन कर रहे हैं कि आई नो मैनी मोर हैज टू कम, लेट्स क्लीन इट फास्ट. तो वो दिखता है कि कितनी फ्यूटाइल है लाइफ, कितनी अनप्रिडिक्टेबल है. देयर आर मेनी अनसर्टेनिटीज, कुछ पता ही नहीं है किसी चीज़ का. वी आर लिविंग एंड ऑल ऑफ अ सडन अ पर्सन डाई एंड गिवन बैक टू द अर्थ. तो वो जब ये स्कल्स देखता है तो ही अंडरस्टैंड देयर इज नो वैल्यू ऑफ लाइफ, no certainty of life basically. His famous soliloquy to be and not to be captures humanity, timelessness, fear of death and the unknown. कि हमें किसी चीज का कुछ नहीं पता. I'm just taking the class, I'm recording lecture, and just in a minute a disastrous earthquake came and everything had vanished. तो मैं क्या करूँगी इस क्लासरूम का, थिंग्स का, घर टूट जाएगा, इन केस कुछ हो जाएगा, मैं गिर गई, लग गई या डेथ हो गई. And what about the YouTube? What about the recorded lectures? What about the students who have paid for the classes? Everything will vanish. Everything will vanish. So there is uncertainties about it. Now the play suggests the death levels all distinctions, kings and jesters. Jesters are the fools alike, and forces individuals to confront life's deepest question about purpose and morality. Literary devices and techniques which Shakespeare used in Hamlet employs a variety of variety of literary devices to enhance the play's depth and complexities. Soliloquy provide direct access to Hamlet's thought, that is to be and not to be, revealing his philosophical struggles. Imagery and symbolism such as decay, poison, skulls reflect theme of corruption and morality. Dramatic irony keeps audience engaged as they know of Claudius' guilt long before Hamlet confirmed it. Wordplay and pun add humor and intellectual sharpness, balancing the tragedy with moments of wit and irony. कैरेक्टर्स को पहले से पता है, सॉरी ऑडियंस को पहले से पता है क्लॉडियस का, लेकिन जब तक उसको हैमलेट कंफर्म नहीं करता, एक्शन इज नॉट ग्रोइंग, सो द ऑडियंस इज आल्सो एंजॉयिंग हाउ ही विल डिस्कवर, एंड एंगेजमेंट ऑफ द ऑडियंस इज आल्सो बीइंग डन बाय शेक्सपियर. उसने बहुत सारे इस तरीके के विट, आयरनी, वर्ड प्लेज, जेस्टर्स लाइक रोजेनक्रेस्ट एंड गिल्डेस्टर्न, पोलोनियस, इन सबको इन्वॉल्व रखा. दे आर ट्राइंग टू हाइड द ट्रूथ बट ही इज स्ट्रगलिंग टू डिस्कवर इट. देयर इज like artistic intelligence is there. Critical interpretation. Over the centuries, Hamlet has inspired diverse critical approaches. Psychoanalytical critique, following Freud, interpret Hamlet's hesitation through the lens of Oedipus complex. That he was in love with mother and he cannot see her with anyone else. So now he was with Claudius and the Claudius become the deepest enemy. Existential reading viewed the play as a study of life's meaning in a world where moral absolutes are uncertain. Feminist critique explores Ophelia's role as a victim of patriarchal structure, while political reading interprets the play as a commentary of power, corruption, and legitimacy. This richness ensures the Hamlet remains open to endless interpretation and scholarly debate. Basically, ये किस चीज़ के लिए हम क्या critical interpretation कर रहे हैं, इसका psychoanalytical interpretation कर रहे हैं. जब हैमलेट के कैरेक्टर को देखते हैं तो हम वहाँ पे ओफीलिया से he is in love with, but he has an attachment with the mother. And when it was a father, he was good with it, but another man was not tolerable to him. So he has an animosity toward the Claudius itself from the beginning. और यहाँ अगर हम existential reading पे जाते हैं, then we are talking about the certainties and uncertainties. Feminist critique पे जाते तो ओफीलिया और गर्ट्रूड के कैरेक्टर को लेते हैं. मार्क्सिस्ट पे जाते हैं हम और मार्क्सिस्ट कह रही हूँ, डीकंस्ट्रक्शन में जाते हैं तो हम बाकी के करप्शन को, पॉलिटिकल करप्शन एंड इन चीज़ों को लेंगे, लेजिटिमेसी को लेंगे. बहुत सारे पॉइंट निकल आते हैं when we used to put various theories in it. Legacy and cultural impact. Hamlet is one of the Shakespeare's most performed and adapted play, influencing literature, theatre and film across centuries. अभी recently Bollywood ने भी तो हैदर बनाई है. Same movie with I think Shahid Kapoor is the actor, yes, and that is well played and बहुत अच्छा डिपिक्शन है. काफ़ी हद तक मैच करता हुआ है, बट बेसिकली शेक्सपियर के लगभग सारे ही जो प्लेज हैं उन पे मूवीज, इंडियन मूवीज भी बनी है. मकबूल इज ऑन मैकबेथ, ओमकारा इज ऑन ऑथेलो, एंड रामलीला is on Romeo and Juliet. ये 4 movies तो यहाँ पे as it is play हुई हैं. Its universal theme of doubt, morality, and revenge resonate across cultures, while its iconic lines "to be and not to be" have become synonymous with philosophical reflection. Writers from Goethe to James Joyce have drawn inspiration from Hamlet, and filmmakers continue to reinterpret the tragedy for modern audience, providing the enduring power and relevance. Obviously, Goethe or James Joyce, they are also inspired by that. Written many of their works, though have not given any kind of references, but they are inspired and have used the character and situations in their works and have appreciated as well. इसको बहुत सारे writers ने basically appreciate ही करा है. No one has given a negative conclusion of it, but T.S. Eliot has called it an artistic failure. So now conclusion. Shakespeare's Hamlet is more than a revenge tragedy. It is profound exploration of human nature, morality, and the search for meaning. Its enduring appeal lies in its ability to speak to universal human experiences like grief, uncertainty, love, betrayal, and the fear of death. By combining rich character development, integrate themes, and timeless questions, Hamlet secures its place as one of the greatest masterpieces of history of English literature. Yes, definitely. I told you this line in the very beginning that Hamlet is a masterpiece in English literature. It is fit in every theory and every criticism. We used to put psychoanalysis, we used to put feminist criticism, neo-criticism, structuralism can be read by it, and we can do deconstruction on that. Historicism is there, so there are many theories and criticism can be done on that, and every personal opinion matters in that because it reflects human nature and individuality. राइट. तो आई होप आप सभी को हैमलेट बहुत अच्छे से समझ में आया होगा. I tried my best to give you all the aspects of the character of Hamlet as well as the other character. उसके साथ साथ थीम और बाकी सब चीज़ें भी मैंने डिस्कस करने की कोशिश करी है with the criticism. So the thing is कि हम जितने भी ड्रामास हम कर सकते हैं हम करेंगे यहाँ पे, एंड उनको क्रिटिकली भी हम लोग रीड करेंगे. क्रिटिकल एनालिसिस हो या कुछ भी चीज़ें हो हम डेफिनेटली यहाँ करेंगे. सो टू गेट knowledge about all these things, to get knowledge about the literature in a deeper way, subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell so that you can get the videos as soon as it uploaded. And अपना ध्यान रखिएगा. Take care. Bye bye.